Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry stood tall, its ancient stone walls whispering secrets of the past, while every house had its legacy.
Three of the founders coexisted quite harmoniously.
Slytherin's name was forever associated with darkness, ambition, and fear. To many, it was more than just a house. It was the birthplace of legends and terrors, a place where the line between power and corruption was often blurred. Salazar Slytherin, one of the 4 founders of Hogwarts, was a wizard of incredible power. He was revered, but also feared, not only for his magical abilities, but for his ideals.
Some wizards, like the Malfoy family, who think they're better than everyone else because they're what people call pure blood.
Salazar believed in the superiority of pure-blood witches and wizards, those born from long magical bloodlines without the influence of muggles. To him, magical ability was in the blood, and those born to muggle parents were unworthy of learning magic alongside pure-blood students. Salazar's obsession with blood purity was the first of Slytherin's many dark secrets. He became increasingly distant from the other founders, particularly Godric Gryffindor, with whom he often clashed. Gryffindor believed that magical ability should be the only measure of a student's worth, regardless of their family background. But Salazar's views hardened, and before he left the school, he ensured that his legacy would remain long after him, hidden beneath Hogwarts in a place no one else knew about, the Chamber of Secrets. It wasn't just a legend, as students later believed. Salazar Slytherin had, in fact, created a secret chamber deep within the school, unknown to his fellow founders. In it, he placed a creature bred for one purpose: to rid Hogwarts of students he considered unworthy. The creature was a basilisk, a monstrous serpent capable of killing with just a glance. Salazar Slytherin had planned for the chamber to be opened by his true heir, one who shared his blood and his beliefs. For centuries, the chamber remained a secret, lying dormant as Hogwarts grew and evolved, its students unaware of the deadly force waiting beneath their feet. And then, one student discovered it. His name was Tom Riddle. Tom Riddle was a Slytherin student, charming and brilliant, but there was a darkness within him, something twisted and dangerous. The other students never suspected that behind his handsome face and polite manners lay the seeds of evil. As he walked the halls of Hogwarts, he was already plotting.
One day, I would be able to lead another to finish Salazar Slytherin's noble work.
Already diving into the forbidden corners of magic, Tom Riddle uncovered Slytherin's Chamber of Secrets. He learned of the Basilisk lurking within and saw it as a weapon, a tool to further his own ambitions. Under his control, the Basilisk was unleashed, targeting Muggle-born students just as Salazar Slytherin had intended centuries before. But Riddle was far more than just a student. He was destined to become the darkest wizard the world had ever known. His obsession with power, his manipulation of others, and his hunger for immortality would eventually transform him into Lord Voldemort. The terror he unleashed was born in the very same house that had nurtured so many dark minds before him. Slytherin had always attracted students with a hunger for greatness. Cunning, resourcefulness, and ambition were its defining traits, and while these could be used for good in the wrong hands, they became tools of destruction. Over the centuries, many of the most dangerous dark wizards had come from Slytherin.
The reason the symbol of Slytherin House is a serpent. Salazar Slytherin was a parcel mouth. He could talk to snakes too.
It was no coincidence that so many Death Eaters, Voldemort's most loyal followers, were former members of Slytherin House. Bellatrix Lestrange, one of Voldemort's most fearsome lieutenants, was a prime example. She had once sat in the Slytherin common room, her mind already twisted by pure-blood fanaticism and a desire to serve the darkest of causes. Bellatrix, like so many others, had taken Slytherin's ideals and twisted them into something terrifying. But not every Slytherin was destined for evil. There were students who fought against the darkness, who rejected the house's worst tendencies. Severus Snape, a Slytherin who became both feared and respected, walked a path between light and darkness, He was loyal to Voldemort at one point, but in the end, his love and dedication to protecting others revealed a more complex side to Slytherin's legacy. Yet, despite these exceptions, Slytherin's reputation was forever marred by its history. The house had become synonymous with ambition at any cost. It fostered a mindset that power was to be sought above all else, no matter the consequences. In the years after Voldemort's fall, Hogwarts attempted to heal, and so did Slytherin House. The Sorting Hat, the magical artifact that assigned students to their houses, had always been careful in choosing who belonged in Slytherin. It selected those with great potential for leadership and cunning, those who could achieve greatness in their own right. But the hat had also been influenced by Slytherin's dark legacy, often pushing ambitious students into the house.
Slytherin!
Even when their hearts might have belonged elsewhere. The students who entered Slytherin often pushing ambitious students into the house even when their hearts might have belonged elsewhere. The students who entered Slytherin often found themselves shaped by the house's long-standing culture. There were whispers in the dormitories of the great dark wizards who had walked these halls before them. Some embraced it, seeing themselves as the next heirs of Slytherin's ambitions. Others, however, found the weight of its legacy unbearable. The truth about Slytherin House was that it had always walked a fine line between greatness and ruin. Ambition, when unchecked, could lead to disaster. Cunning, when used without conscience, became manipulation. The house's greatest strength was also its greatest danger. In the end, Slytherin House was more than just a place where dark wizards were born. It was a house that valued ambition, but it was up to each student to decide what they would do with that ambition. Some chose the path of power, destruction, and domination. Others, like Snape, chose redemption, though their journey was often fraught with pain and regret. But the dark secrets of Slytherin, the Chamber of Secrets, the legacy of Salazar Slytherin's blood purity obsession, and the countless students who turned to darkness, would never be forgotten. The house, though reformed in many ways, would always carry the weight of its past. And as the years passed, as new students entered Hogwarts and were sorted into their respective houses, there would always be those who looked at Slytherin's emblem with both awe and fear. For Slytherin House, no matter how much it changed, would forever be haunted by the shadows of its own ambition. Let us know what you think about Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this if you're new here.